Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I'm going to walk you through the new MOD16 companion system. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more information over this about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. I've already touched upon this in two of my previous videos, but this time I really want to in-depth talk you through the new companion system. A lot has changed, so be ready. I'm afraid this is going to be a long video, so I'm going to jump not right in, because before we go to the companions, I want to tell you two probably helpful tips. The first one is that I know some people have aliases for their interact, and they use the interact for an alias to use their F key. In MOD16 and now also on preview, this does not work. It will actually crash your game and you will be confused. It goes wrong with all interactions. This actually caught me off guard at the start. I'm sure it's gonna be fixed, but if you are having trouble, make sure to reset your interact key. Second, I wasn't sure what I was allowed to say this in my summary video, so I left it out, but with MOD16 there will be a streak breaker system introduced for refining enchantments and rune souls, I think also. This means that there will be a maximum amount of failures you can have on trying to refine an enchantment. This is going to affect the true refinement percentages, and I will figure out how much in due time. Just know that you will not be using 300 preservation wards anymore on a rank 14 or 15 upgrade. So now that that is out of the way, let's go to the companion screen. Let's start off with the summoned companion. I now have a augment summoned here. As in the old system, you have one summoned companion, which can be a normal companion or, as I'm using here, an augment. Normal companions still have powers that will actively help you in battle. Augments don't, but augments transfer more stats to you. One thing to immediately note about stats is that augments now also benefit from bondings in combat. So if you're in combat, your augment will transfer more stats. I've made an overview to test stats being transferred on both companions and augments, and I want to show this to you for real quickly. So here in the left are my base stats on this character without a companion or augment summoned. In the middle I have here a companion summoned. As you can see, you get stats for your companion as soon as it's summoned. Down here you have the stats of the actual companion, and down here, so this is the companion and this is the companion in battle, and you can see with a bonding percentage of 210 that you get the bonding proc. You get these stats added. You already get some stats for companions directly, which is a little bit odd. It seems to be also linked to your bonding percentage, but it's a little bit different. I'm not sure what this is. Going to augments, augments base already give more stats, also seems to be somehow linked to their stats, but their stats are lower, but you get more base stats. I don't understand why this is different. It seems like there needs to be something fixed. Augments also transfer some HP, but not everything. They did in the at first, and as you can see, companions now have a lot of HP, and it really made players extremely tanky at first. But yeah, that's not the case anymore. Now we get about 10% of our own HP, it seems, something like that. But as I said, this can be still changed, I'm not sure. Down here you will see the augment stats in combat, and you can see here once again your stats go up. If you use augments in combat, you get the bonding proc. The statistics here are being added to your own statistics. So, augments give more stats. Does that make them better? Well, no, not necessarily. Companions, of course, still have active powers in combat that can help quite a bit. The active powers, as far as I know, have not received major changes now, apart from the fixes that almost broke the game. To give you an example, a combat skill of Yojimbo, the new companion that gave you over 7 million power in the first 2 weeks of pre-testing, so it made the new content a little bit easy, to say the least. I didn't make an overview on the new companion powers yet. It's a bit much, and they are definitely still going to be tuned. So yeah, I'm not gonna dig into these companion powers too much here, and most of them are, I think they're mostly the same. I already mentioned bondings. Bondings transfer for augments as well, and that's a good thing because the runestone slots for your companion are now bonding runestone slots only. If you have Eldritch runestones on your old augments, don't sweat it. You can swap them for bondings right here at this Antiquities Scholar. It has a Eldritch tab, and here you can swap your bonding one-on-one for the new rank. So you can swap an Eldritch rank 14 for a bonding rank 14 if you have that, and all the other ranks as well. Next up, companion gear. Well, as I already said, companions now only can wear real companion gear from now on. So only the Illusionist Gambit gear and the Loyal gear, stuff like that. No more sneaking in player gear. That's not possible anymore. Or rings. Rings were very, very popular in the past, and a lot of people I know grinded those rings because they were best in slot, of course. Also, you can slot runestones now on the companion gear. So instead of enchantments, you have to put the runestones. This is the new use of the runestones, which also go up to rank 15, of course, to make your companion gear a little bit better. Runestones do give a lot less stats than the enchantments, but yeah, this is all to keep the bonding procs manageable, I guess. Next up are the companion bonuses. They are down here, and you always have 6, but they are different types. You always have one enhancement slot, which is this purple one, and then you have 5 other slots, which can be offense, defense, or utility. Offense slots are orange, defense slots are green, and utility slots are green and defense slots are blue. How much of each of the slot types you have depends on your class, and a Hunter Ranger has 3 offense slots, 1 defense slot, and 1 utility slot. You always have 1 enhancement slot. The powers that you can slot here depend on which companions you have unlocked. And the unlocking of companions now works the same as the unlocking of mounts. You basically have an unlimited storage for companions, which you can slot, and each companion has 1 enhancement bonus and 1 player bonus, it's called. The player bonus can be of one of each of the types. Sometimes they have multiple types, but that's broken. And once unlocked, you can use them. The enhancement slot power is always the same, power dependent on the slot, on the companion quality, but the player powers go up in power once you rank up your companion. Some companions which were totally useless before are now become interesting, and others that used to be very popular now are pretty not that great anymore. To give you an example, the Archons, this one doesn't even have a description at the moment, but the Archons, which used to be used by many players, they're not that good anymore. Here, for example, at the moment you get a small chance on an will use to increase your combat advantage by 2000 when attacking targets with less than 50% health, and you get 1000 more combat advantage for 10 seconds on a low chance if you have multiple Archon slots, and the other ones aren't that great either. There are actually other companions that give you flat 6 or 8,000 combat advantage, so why would you ever use this? I've compiled a list with some help of other pre-beta testers to help you decide on companions. The list is here. I made a Google spreadsheet of this. It states the enhancement power for the companion, so you can see which companion has which enhancement power. There's a lot of overlap, so you can get this one easily, the one that you want. Then you can see the slot, the player bonus type, so in which type of slot you can slot this power. And here you have for all the qualities of the companions what the player bonus power is. Fun additional fact, the legendary level now also increases your passive bonus. This wasn't the case in the past. One last thing I want to talk about is the legendary bonus. The old bonus kept at 16% if you have 5 legendary companions slotted. Well, of course, this is not possible anymore. You can only slot one, well, you can only have one active companion. You cannot slot companions at all. Now you have a so-called bolster bonus, and you can find this bolster bonus in this companions overview, manage all companions. Bolster bonus is calculated per companion class. You have the fighters, creatures, invokers, mystical and beasts. This bolster bonus is dependent on the 5 companions with the highest quality in that class. So for example here the fighters, I have 3 legendary fighters, 1 epic and 1 rare. Yeah, you can already see this percentage is over completely wrong. Here it does work for these. So yeah, that still needs to be fixed. But for example here, bolster 32%. Each legendary companion is worth 7%. Here mystical 7%, 7, 7, and this is also 7, so that's 28 already. And epic companions are 4%, so that's 28 plus 4 is 32. Yeah, that's correct. Rare companions are worth 3%, so beasts 3%, and uncommon companions are worth 2%. I don't have any common, but I can assume that they are worth 1%. And those percentages, as I just showed, add up. So this is 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 7 is 21, plus 4 is 25, plus 7 is 32. And there you get it. So this is not working at the moment. I have no idea how they get to 9. Because if you add up the lowest 5, it's still 10. So this is still something that needs to be fixed. The total percentage of bolster boosts the stats of your summoned companion. So if you have if I have a mystical companion summoned, the stats of this companion will be boosted by 32%. So this is basically giving you another reason to level up more companions to legendary. Well, at least 5 in the category of companion that you want to summon. So that's all I want to talk about today. I will leave the link to the companion overview in the description. Yeah, it's a big change. If you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.